present the Nweh Language Project. I'm Chief Justice from Nweh, President of the Judicial Bench of the Supreme Court of Cameroon. My profession does not permit me to do politics, but the law permits me to get involved in the development of my country. That's why I'm participating in development activities fully. I'm the promoter of Nweh. Nweh is a confederation of the BLM Condoms Association. It was created in 2017, and it so happened that when I was appointed Secretary General of the Ministry of Justice, I had to be installed. From Marwa, where I was the Chief Justice of the Court of Appeal, I came down with a lot of food items, cows, and all the like, preparing for the installation. But work constraint made it that the installation would not take place. But there was a lot of food in the cool house. What was I to do with that? The idea came to me that I should bring the people of the 17 condoms of the BLM in Yaoundé together in the Kudo Hall. We met there and shared the various food items to be taken to their communities in Yaoundé. And those food items and the drinks were thus eaten in the various condom meetings. But while we were there, the idea came up that we should look for a better way of uniting ourselves. And so we had Nweh formed. And Nweh came up with the idea that we should unite the various condom development associations, 17 of them. Our objective was to unite all these bodies for the development of the BLM, preserve, valorize, and promote our culture in the BLM. We did that, and the organs that were put in place, we have the Language Development Project, Cultural Jamboree, and for this one in 2019, we had a Cultural Jamboree at the Esplanade Palais de Sport in Yaoundé, where the 17 condoms of the BLM came out as one person and exhibited all the traditional dances we could imagine. All the food items that each condom can cook were cooked, and we had a wonderful occasion on that day under the patronage of the Prime Minister of Cameroon. We have also Miss BLM, and we also have football tournaments. And in 2019, we did a competition between the 17 condoms, and the finals were played in Amadou Ahidjo Stadium. And I can remember the fun of Fontem even gave out some of the cups. But at that ceremony, you find stars like Eto, Lila, and the rest. Elon Gajou, we had all. The BLM people really felt that they were Cameroonians since they were at the heart of the nation at that moment. But the focus of my presentation here is not Nweh. It is Nweh Language Project. I have a stand there where you can see what we have been working so far. Nweh Language Project was born in 2018 with the signing of a convention between CAPTAR. CAPTAR is an association that promotes the translation of local languages in Cameroon. And so far, they've already done about 30 of them. At the moment, the BLM is in the cluster of 5, and we are working with them. We went to Meiji just before the crisis started. We signed this convention with them. We also signed the same convention with the 3 councils in the BLM and the funds of the BLM. We work together to develop our culture, our language being at the head of it. And our vision was to immortalize the Nweh language by passing down the 4 language skills. Which are these skills? Speaking, listening, writing, and reading. That's what we are teaching. We do all this. And our mission is to develop a writing system of our mother tongue. And so we came out with an alphabet which is 31 letters. You have 10 vowels, 21 consonants. You would like to know that when we were about doing this, we realized that we were not the first in the field. Professor Njika had already been there. She wrote a PhD thesis on Nweh language, and she attempted to teach Nweh, but somewhere the thing did not continue. I don't want to go into that, because when I contacted her to see if we could continue where she stopped, she said she was not interested. I respect her opinion. But if you have a dream to develop your people, you can always seek and you will find. You knock, the door will be open to you. That's how we got to Qatar, and they are our main sponsor on this project. At the moment, we don't have any active sponsor from the BLM, and that's why I'm presenting here. I think Legda should join us because we have the same vision. Let's see how you can help us sponsor our activities to develop this language. When you talk of the vision 2050, we cannot have a paradise without all of us speaking Nweh or Nweh, because we have broadened it not just to one subset. In Nweh we talk, Nwango, the talk of Nweh, not Nweh, we take the order into account. And the dictionary we are trying to produce, it takes into account how a word is pronounced in the Sota, how it is pronounced in each of the fondoms that speaks Nweh or Nweh. We are all embracing. We have also gone into translation of the Bible. And so far we've translated all the 4 Gospels in the New Testament. But so far, we have published just one, the Gospel of Luke. You have it there. It was dedicated in 2022 at the Episcopal Conference in Yaoundé by the Archbishop of Bamenda, who happens to be one of us, the Bishop of Nweh, who happens again to be one of us. So I asked, why should we be singing the Lord's song in a strange land? We hope when we go to dedicating the whole New Testament, because the other 3 books are still undergoing exegetical control, scriptural control, canonical control, and when all that we go through, we publish the New Testament, and when we are going to be together for the paradise, I think we shall launch the New Testament in Menji. We also came out with a number of books. We have there volumes 1, volume 2, grammar books that can teach you how to read and write well. We have organized a number of holiday classes for children. We've organized classes for adults. And you would like to know that we had a wonderful workshop in Mwabeto, despite the crisis, and we trained people who read the 3 readings on Sunday in Nweh. When the priest talks in English, they say the same thing in English and in Nweh. And we have a team in Yaoundé that works from Monday to Wednesday, does every translation. We believe through this exercise, for the next 3 years, we'll be able to have all the readings of year A, year B, year C in the Bible that will permit us to have our own, what do you call that book in the church? Our Bisa in Nweh. Thank you, in the Bisa. But what is important to us is to have the Bible fully. And you see that it is a lifetime experience. We're not just going to do it for one group of people. I focus on online classes, and I call on the diaspora to show us the interest in online classes. We want to teach you how to read and write Nweh in your bedroom. But we encourage you to register as a family, children and parents, so that when we teach you, you can exercise. The test case we've had is with the family of Dr. Edmond. I brought their certificates. They've done the exercise, and they go to their house and see what is going on between the children and the parents. It is just marvelous. We think the rest of you can do it. So if you are interested, my stand is there. You can register for online classes, or you take our contact. You can register with my team. I'm working with a team of 15 people. But I think to perfect that online thing, we need the support of the diaspora that you are. I think too that we shall need to use the AI to teach our people the language, because we are in the modern technology. I've seen that if you develop the dictionary well, we'll be able to put in a lot of things in the IT, and with the AI, we'll be teaching our people faster. I know we have time constraints. There's much to be said, but I have some expectations. We need to run a website where these online classes will be well done, and we need your support for that. We have a lot of challenges still ahead of us. We have insufficient community funding, but we think the present situation is because we started in the crisis. We need to go back home and get the local community at home fully involved. It is not just enough that they read only on Sunday. They should carry on a lot of activity back in the villages. We need computers to equip our offices. We need a lot of funding from volunteers, and we need to have the full implementation of our program back home. Ladies and gentlemen, the direct involvement of the diaspora and to sensitize our activity is very important for us. We need to take appropriate steps to implement the program, as I've said. And in conclusion, I would like to say Konlekuda is at the heart of the BLM unity. And if you like, is there any conflict between Konlekuda and Legda? I will say no. The development of the BLM division is such an important thing that no matter the number of associations that go in, so long as they have development at the center, there will be no conflict. At the moment, if you see what is happening, Konlekuda is at the grassroots. We are dealing with the masses. Legda is very vibrant abroad. Konlekuda has no support abroad. Why don't we come together and work as a team? Because I think if we complement ourselves, we'll be able to do what the BLM needs, and we journey together to attain the paradise come 2050. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I'm ready for all questions.
On the screen here we have Chief Justice from Nweh. Justice, glad to meet you. We were talking about the Nweh language, Nweh and Nweh. So the question I want to ask you is, what do you think will come out from this project?
The project is meant to immortalize our mother tongue. I know that in the BLM, from the south to the north, there's a variety. Those from Jongwe, the Bang, the War, and the lower part of Nungatet, they talk Nweh. Those from the upper part of Nungatet went to Nwabeto, Nwangong, they talk Nweh. That's why we want to be all inclusive by bringing the two together. we teach it too, so that nobody feels left out. And you don't impose a variety of the language on one particular group of people. That's our peculiarity.
Now, you also mentioned that you guys were translating the Bible into Nweh. And you said how far you have gone.
Yeah.
How long do you think it will take to finish the project?
The project is something that is intergenerational. It will take many generations to go through. We've started it, but we believe that even when we are gone, the project will still continue. But our project continues in the sense that after the Bible, we need to evangelize in Nweh. So the project will not end at a given time. Just look at those who already talk Nweh, like you interviewing me. We have to teach you how to write Nweh. We have to teach you how to use idiom in Nweh. We have to teach you how to write even a love letter in Nweh. These are things that are for a whole lifetime. It's not just for one generation. We are trying to plant seeds for future generations, not for ourselves.
So far, so long, how have this project been funded?
The project is funded principally by our main partner, Capital. Capital gives the percentage that we agree that we contribute. The rest of the money, which has to come from the local community, comes from Justice Fonque's pocket. I'm a civil servant. That's why I feel the weight. It is so heavy on me because I'm using my civil servant salary to sacrifice for this project and provide what the local community should give. Unfortunately for us, when we started this project, there was war. So the local community was not able to contribute its own share as they were supposed to do. That's why you see me saying that we need to partnership with the LEGDA. LEGDA can also, since they stand for the development of the BLM, they should be interested in developing the language. And if you see all the other projects that LEGDA is doing, I've not seen LEGDA going into the language, I've not seen LEGDA going into the Bible, and so on. That's why I told you that for me, LEGDA and Konlekuda can work like brother and sister.
So far, how have you seen the people's perception towards this project?
It is very positive because I see families looking very enthusiastic. Like already here this evening, so many families have registered to.
Like you said, you have a certificate for somebody.
Yeah.
Or how can somebody get the
The various publications we have. I brought a few samples here, okay. But we have a big stock in Cameroon. I distributed our contacts. Just contact us and we'll ship it to you.
Is there any way I can download it online for free?
No.
Okay,
no, it's not yet online.
Thank you, Justice.
Yeah.
I wish you the best.
Thank you very much, and I hope you yourself will register to do Nweh or Nweh online, depending on your choice.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Justice.
Yeah.